Hey guys, I'm back with another makeover. This is on my girl Gracie. She's actually a alumni from my nonprofit for high school students, Glink, so I'm glad she's my beautiful model today. Today we're doing something completely different from the last makeover, which was a bright, colorful look. We're going to go more neutral and bronzy and a little bit more subtle but still gorgeous. This is the kind of look that I see everybody rocking nowadays, and it looks good on everybody. Really summer appropriate. So luckily Gracie is already naturally gorgeous, so this makeover was really easy. I'm going to start off by priming her eyes with Urban Decay Sin eyeshadow base, and the key is to really blend this nice and evenly so that way eyeshadow doesn't catch irregularly on certain parts of the eye. So I'm using the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place, and this has great warm metallic colors, bronzy browns, all those good colors that you need for this kind of look. So first I'm starting by I'm pretty much using a crease transition shade like an orangey brown, and then I'm creating the eyeball socket shape, and this is going to be kind of like the blending color and the outline of the contour of her eyes. And then I go in with a light pinky brown or pinky bronze, I guess it's rose gold, on her eyes. Nothing too bright, just enough to give her eyes some shine. They almost look kind of flesh tone with a little bit of a sparkle, which is nice for this kind of look. So just pack it onto the lids and make sure it blends out evenly. And then once that's on your eyes, then you can continue to define them. So I'm going to take a deeper matte chocolatey brown, and I'm using my pointed crease brush from Sedona Lace, the Vortex collection. And now I am continuing to shape the eyes a little bit. So by adding a darker brown, it creates the look of a doe eye shaped, kind of makes her eyes look a little bigger, a little bit more smoky. I'm not keeping the dark brown all over the lid, just in that outer pocket, because I don't want this to be a heavy dark look. So just make sure to blend everything out nicely. As you can see, the eyes are coming together. So now I'm creating liner using eyeshadow. I'm using the tip of a flat brush, kind of like the MAC 239. And I'm creating this really smudgy dark brown liner. And this is going to elongate the eyes, and it's going to be a nice pre-step to the actual eyeliner because it kind of gives that smoked liner look without having to smoke out a gel or a pencil, which kind of gets it a little bit messy. So I'm laying that down first, and then I'll touch it up later. So now we're moving on to brows. This time around I'm using a brow powder from Anastasia. Gracie's hair is a mix of brown and kind of caramel tone, so you don't want to go too dark, so definitely stick with browns. And I'm following her natural brow shape, not really changing the arch or anything. I'm just kind of thickening them up, defining them a little bit more. This brush is from the Sedona Lace 12-piece pink professional set. And it's good because it's nice and stiff, so you can kind of get good hair-like strokes and good coverage with the brow powder. So as you can see, the brows are becoming a little fuller, but still nothing too harsh. Then we're going in and defining the brow a little bit more with MAC Lingering Brow Pencil. I like this brow pencil because it's got that nice neutral medium brown tone. It won't make it look heavy, but it'll allow me to kind of clean up any lines, as you can see here. Then you're going to want to brush all the brow hairs up and away from her eyes, and just make sure everything is blended. And then you can also apply some clear mascara if you want. That will make it nice and make it stay a lot longer. So the last step of the brows is to conceal. I'm using Graftobian Warm Cream Foundation from their Super Cream palette. I do a lighter color underneath the brow, and this is going to act to clean up any excess brow product that I put there, and also to act as a highlight. So I put that down first with like a similar pointed or an angle brush, and then I use a flat brush to blend it out. And then above the brows, you always want to use a skin tone concealer. Don't use something too light, because then you'll get that halo brow look where it's obvious that you concealed around the brows, and that's not cute. So keep it the same color as your foundation. Now I'm going to line. So as you see, this is a black gel liner. I already put down that brown eyeshadow first, and it kind of creates the smoke around the black gel liner, so you don't have to create quite as much. Then when the eyeliner is done, I'm placing a lighter goldish kind of highlight tear duct shade, and this is going on the inner third of her eyes. It's going to brighten them up, make them look nice and big and open. And this again is from Juvia's Nubian palette. So just make sure that blends into the rest of the colors. I'm going to open up her eyes a little bit more by using this Rimmel Kohl pencil. It's a nude pencil and it's going in her waterline. And that's going to open the eyes up, and it's not as harsh as white. And then underneath that, I'm using a dark brown pencil only on the outer half. So again, this will prevent the eyes from closing up, but it'll also give me the smoke and complete the whole eye look by bringing the color to the bottom. And then you can go ahead and set that with a brown eyeshadow just to kind of soften out that line and make sure that lasts. And I'm using a small concealer brush from the Sedona Lace to do that. Just continue to smudge it out and only keep it on the outer third, because you don't want to close up the eye by going all the way around, unless you do have a larger eye. So now I'm applying lashes. I'm pretty sure these are 747s, or they might be in the medium length. All brands have this 747 style, and I think it's very flattering on everybody. It kind of wings out at the end. I like it a lot. So then that's pretty much the eyes. So really easy. Now I'm just touching up her skin. I applied a concealer to a few spots first, and then I applied foundation. As you can see, the foundation has a little bit more warmth to it, so it kind of gives her a little bit more of a tan, a little bit more of a healthy glow. I'm applying this all over with a traditional flat foundation brush, and then I'll make sure to blend everything later on with a beauty blender. So here she is getting the foundation done. You have to be careful when you do eyes first not to let the foundation go over what you did on the lower lash line, because you don't want to erase that work. So now I'm doing a little bit of a highlight, very subtle. As you can see, it's not a lot, but this is also from the Graftobian Warm Super Cream palette. It's a little bit more of a lighter shade. I'm going underneath the eyes, bridge of the nose, middle of the forehead, and the chin, where I always place my highlight colors. And I'm using that same foundation brush just to kind of pat it in and blend it out. And this is going to give her some dimension to her face, a little bit of highlight to the center. And then I apply, this is probably a mixture of a couple different banana powders type things. I put the tissue down like that to catch any loose powder that might fall on my client's clothes. And then I go ahead and tap it in and just set that to highlight shade. Now that that's on the rest of their face where I didn't set with powder, I'm going to go in with a darker foundation. This is from the same Graftobian palette, and this is my bronzing / contour. So I'm going to blend that out with a beauty blender. And as you can see, when you blend it out with a wet beauty blender, it really just erases the skin and just leaves just the faintest hint of a shadow, which I want. And I like how this color is warm because it gives a whole tan look to her face. And I'm just blending it out really good so that way you don't see any harsh lines. So I use a larger, the large rounded end of the beauty blender because it covers more area. So just continue to blend it out. Don't, do pouncing motions. Don't wipe away what you put down. And make sure to get around the nose too. So once that's done, I can go ahead and set that with MAC sculpting powder and shade stir. So this is a contour powder in a similar tone, but it's powder, so it will set that cream foundation we put down. And then we go ahead and contour the nose. Always gotta contour the nose, but you can see her face has a little bit more definition, but it's not too harsh. It just got a little bit more depth and dimension. So I'm using like a nice peachy pink blush from my Graftobian palette, and I'm using this angled face brush from the Sedona Lace 12-piece pink set. So the key to this look is to have really nice, glowy, healthy skin. So you need blush, and I apply it more to the apples of her cheeks, of her face, just because she's got a youthful look, and I think it looks really nice on her. Just make sure to blend it nice, and so that it blends into the highlight as well. And then I'm going to use just mascara to lift her real lashes into the falsies and make sure they blend, and then also to get the lower lashes. So I talked about this mascara guard in the last video. Makes mascara super easy on clients. I'll have a link to where you can get it on Amazon, and that will be in the description box below. Makes mascara super easy. Then I'm using my Preo eyelash curler, which I love. This is going to make sure her lashes don't droop. So I'm pinching her real lashes into the false ones so they all lift up and there's no no lashes going down versus up. I'll also link this in the description box. So I'm going to take off the lip moisturizer, and she's actually got a really natural, pretty lip color already, but I'm going to nude it out a bit. So first I'm going to take MAC, I think this might be Sublime or Subculture lip pencil. It's already a pinky pencil to define her lips, and I'm going in with a super nude shade from my Art nude lipstick palette, which I love. So this is very nude, but I'm going to blend it in with a eyeshadow blender brush. That's like my new trick now with the lips. Use a blender brush to really get that color blended in, and then redefine the outside with that pinkish nude, because that way it kind of makes it a lot more wearable and gives her lips some dimension and keeps the lighter color in the center to kind of give that pouty look. Blend it all together and then finish with a gloss. So the gloss kind of just adds a little bit of shine, a little juiciness to the lips. And I like the way that the gloss looks over such a nude lip. And that's pretty much the final look. I'm just touching up now. What I really focus on after I do my client's makeup is I make sure the under eye area isn't creasing. So I'm going back in with just an eyeshadow brush and my highlighting powder. It's just a setting powder, not a shimmer. So that way it doesn't crease under there, and you know, you want everything nice and lasting long and everything. So that's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, I am teaching makeup pro certifications at IMA the end of June and the first week of July. So I'll leave that information in the description box below. If you have any video requests, leave them below as well. I hope you guys enjoyed. Check out makeupbyrenren.com for details and products listed and all that good stuff, as well as ima-atlanta.com for my pro certification classes. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great night. Ciao, Bellas.